Okay. Hello to anyone jumping on. I'm just... Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm a little bit tired, as you can probably see by my face. Hi, friends. Okay. Hello. Hey, Liv. I'm a bit tired, as you can see by my face. I don't want to put a filter on, though, because I want to sometimes show you guys what my face looks like without a filter. Although I do love that retro. It makes my eyes like super blue. So hey everybody, I'm just gonna wait. I know a lot of you like saved that live, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit before I start. But I'm not gonna be on for too long because I am really tired from driving all day. It's funny how driving makes you so exhausted, but you just fucking sit there all day. Although, hi from Philippines. Although when I drive, I dance a lot in the car. Like I'm fucking going for it. But I'm really excited to talk to you guys about... Hey Alexandra, I'm really excited to chat to you guys about this Signs from the Universe thing, and I will have to go and check on my bath in a second because I don't want to overflow. But all right, let's get started because we've got 13 people on, and I don't want to keep you guys around for too long. But I've never talked about this before. Oh yeah, the Lemon Tribe, I cycle sync the hell out of my life. That's like the ultimate way to live your life as a woman. And as a man, you guys should know your cycle. So a man has a 24-hour cycle. A woman has a 28-ish day cycle. In fact, most women actually don't have 28 days. Most women, like only a small percentage of women have a 28-day cycle. But the Lemon Tribe, I have, can I marry you? Sorry. That's safe for somebody else. But I do have a free ebook on my website, although my website's getting updated as we speak. Finally, the copy is being... oh, thank you. Finally, the copy is being transferred, which is super exciting, guys. My new website's fucking amazing. But read the Cycle Syncy. You can actually download my free ebook all about periods. And it helps you to like sync your cycle to your life. Anyway, okay, how to ask for signs from the universe. So I literally like fucking survive on talking to the universe. Honestly, the website Live is in fucking insane. Honestly, I actually don't know how people live their lives without like having a connection to the universe. So for those of you that don't know, I mean, I talk to my guides. I talk to the moon a lot. I'm really connected to the moon. I talk to the universe all the fucking time, and I channel like I used to actually, funny story actually, I used to think that I was just talking to myself in my head. And then I only found out literally last year that actually I'm not talking to myself. That's like me getting guidance from the universe. And I always thought since when I was a little girl that like everyone did that and like you just talk to yourself. But actually you don't just talk to yourself. That's just being psychic. Anyway, so I've developed that a lot over the past like 6 weeks since having a holiday. And I wanted to share with you guys how to ask for a sign from the universe because I thrive on these and I ask for them all the time. Now, I get a lot of my signs from channeling, from my guidance that I get. I also get a lot of signs from my tarot cards. I pull tarot cards every morning. And I also get a lot of signs from numbers. They are my primary ways that I get signs. But what I want to just preface is that everyone's way of getting signs is different. So don't feel don't feel like you have to use my way of getting signs, right? But I love numbers. I really like numbers. Anyway, so when you want to ask for a sign from the universe, and now it can be, you can have different signs to mean different things if you want. Like the universe knows whatever you want, right? So the way that you want to ask for a sign, if you want to know your ultimate sign, you can know like the overall, like I'm on the right path sign. Now for me, that number is actually 9/11. I've seen it ever since I was a little girl. I used to think that it was actually, before I got all spiritual, I used to actually think it was just because I was in New York when 9/11 happened. We were living there and my dad saw it happen. And so I just thought that's why I always saw 9/11, but it's actually not. If you look up the meaning of 9/11, it's literally like me on fire. So that makes sense. But you can choose numbers if you want. You can choose signs, but you can't. This is the thing. I'm actually going to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to take you all through it. So get out like your notebook or whatever, or like get in a comfy position, because I'm going to take you through how to do it. But I like to also have different signs for different things. So what happened for me, I'll share the story, is that basically I was just driving along in my car. Okay, I'm just going to fucking like mute this person because it's really annoying me, this dude. Like I appreciate the flattery, but like it's kind of annoying. Hide. Okay. So sorry guys, I just want to get him out of the way because it's really distracting. Anyway, so I was driving today, and whenever I'm driving, I know, lol Maddie, whenever I'm driving, especially when I'm renting like a really nice car like that, I always manifest in the car because the energy is really high vibration and it's like a future me. I did a live on this like when I arrived in Aspen about the feeling of luxury, and it's on my IGTV if you want to watch that one about why I drive a nice car whenever I'm traveling, because I don't have my own car, so I always rent a nice car. So you can watch that if you want to later. But basically I was driving in this car and I was like, okay, I want a sign. Hey Jazz, I want a sign about something in particular. It was my personal life, right? And I was like, if X, Y, and Z is gonna happen, show me these numbers. And it was actually the numbers 232, and it's a very specific number and it means something to a certain person. And I never see that number. Like I always see 888, 666. Like I'm a very like, I see a lot of like the same numbers all the time, right? I see a lot of 888, which means wealth, so I'm here for that. But anyway, and I see 911 a lot. And I actually see 6s and 7s a lot too. Anyway, beside the point. So I was asking for a very specific, like new, like numerical order, right? 232. Like the chance of that happening is like kind of zero. I never see 232, right? Anyway, and this is the key thing. When you figure out whatever sign you want to ask, you have to then release it. So when I'm like first starting to drive, I'm like catching myself looking around for the numbers 232. So obviously I wasn't gonna fucking see it, and I didn't. Then I like completely like released it, because what's really important is that when you ask for a sign from the universe, you have to release attachment. Let's say, for example, this is the thing that you want, okay? You want this scenario. If you are holding on to attachment, you're smothering it, and then you're not leaving space for the universe to like come in and work its magic. So you have to like put the intention out there and then just like leave it, because if you leave it, then the universe can like come in and really work its magic. So that's a really key thing. You have to release the attachment to it, right? So what always helps me with that is being like, and if it doesn't happen, no one's gonna die. I actually say that to myself. If it doesn't happen, oh well, no one's gonna die. And that helps me to like fully release, okay? I also love baths to release. I love doing spells to release. I know you guys wanna see some more witchy things. I also do like use spells to release, and I journal and that sort of stuff. And I go in meditation, and if I see it, if I can bring it in psychically, it like helps me be like, okay, it's gonna happen, and therefore I like can release it because I'm like, cool, whatever. And I have no attachment to the timeline. That's what's really important. No attachment to the timeline. Anyway, so I was then talking to my friend on the phone for like an hour and 11 minutes. It turns out, lol. I was talking on the phone to my friend, and then I hang up from her, and I turn a street, and I was kind of like lost. I was just trying to like go to pee really, because it was like a long drive. And I turned, and for some reason, I completely forgot about the whole number thing, right? Like my universe sign. And for some reason, I don't know why, but obviously I do, because it was to see the fucking number. I looked to my right in the car, and I'm driving probably like 20 miles an hour. So like, I don't know what that is in kilometers, but like, anyway, it's about 20 miles an hour. And I don't know, maybe like 25, 30 kilometers an hour. And I drive past and I see this 232. And I didn't know whether I saw it. And I was like, oh my God, did I just say 232? And I kind of couldn't believe it for a second. I was like, holy fuck. Anyway, you guys I'm going to say you won't believe this, but I know that you all will. I did a U-E over a double yellow line, which is a U-turn, over a double yellow line, because I was like, I have to know whether I saw that fucking number. And I do a U-E pull in, and I took a picture. There was a car there with the number plate, like letters, and then 232. Like it was just a split thing, like .232. And I was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, so like that was amazing, and I'm like, oh, so good. I know, I love when that shit happens too, Liv. Let me just check my bath, guys, so I don't have it like overflowing. Hold on a second. Oh shit. I'm glad I checked my bath because it's nearly overflowed. Anyway, and so I saw my number, okay, and that is not like my overall universal sign, but it was the sign that I asked for in regards to a specific thing. So I am going to show you guys. I need to get a tissue first, because as you can tell, I'm like snotty as fuck. My ears won't pop since being down the mountain. Everybody get some pen and paper. I'm actually going to take you guys through a process of how to figure out your sign in regards to a certain thing. I've also done, okay, I actually need to get a tissue. So everyone just wait 5, and I'll be back in a sec. Everyone get a pen and paper. Okay. We're back. Okay, we're back with the whole tissue box. Okay, ready everybody. So I've also, sometimes when I do this process, I've gotten like croissant before, and I'm like, croissant? So I'll ask like, universe, I'm available for a sign for X, right? And then I get then the message will be like croissant, and I'm like, croissant? But then this happened when I was in New York, and then like 2 hours later, I was with somebody, and this person that I was with, they took me down some random street because they were like, no, I want to walk this way to wherever, I can't remember where we were going, and I was like, okay, fine. And because we walked down that street, we passed a chalkboard with a croissant, like a little tiny croissant drawn in the corner. I'm like, what the fuck, so random? I'm not even in Paris. Anyway, so this is how you find your sign. Now think of something that you want to sign for. I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna make it specific. Think of something that you want to sign for. Like for example, if I'm meant to travel here, or if I'm meant to go to this, or if I'm meant to like, or will X, Y, and Z happen? That's your question, okay? So everybody write down what they want to get a sign for, okay? And then once you've written it down, you can then close your eyes, okay? Oh, people are joining. Okay, for those people joining, I want you to write down the question that you want to ask the universe for a sign for. So maybe you need to go back to the beginning and watch it actually again. Okay, so once you have written down the question, I want you to close your eyes for me, and everyone just like take some really deep breaths and just start to slowly relax into your body. So really big in breath through your nose, and then releasing through your mouth. And in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And just really grounding, really softening. Okay. Now just stay in this calm space, and I'm going to explain to you what you're all going to do in your head, and then I'll guide you through it. Okay. So what you're going to do in your head is you're going to say, so for example, I'm going to use the example of, if I meant to go live in Paris, and I already know that I am, so I'm going to use that example. Okay. So I would ask the question, universe, I am open to a sign of if I should go to Paris, what will this sign be? And that's what you're going to ask in your head. Then the first thing that pops into your head of what the sign will be is your sign. And it will be fucking probably really, really random. I've got like a beetle before. I'm like, a beetle? They're ugly, but like whatever, we go with it, okay? And I then saw a beetle in like Lake Como. So closing your eyes, and you have to say that you're open to this sign, okay? So universe, if I meant to, then ask your question, what will be my sign? First thing that comes into your head, write that down quickly, ladies and men. First thing that comes into your head. Okay, now close your eyes again. And now what you're going to say is, universe, show me, for example, a croissant in the next 24 hours if I meant to blah, or if so-and-so will blah, whatever the question is, okay? Just alter it to your own thing, okay? So closing your eyes again if they're not already closed. You've got your sign now. Universe, show me the sign of in the next 24 hours if I meant to. Okay. Now, write anything down that you guys want to in regards to that, but that is how I ask for my signs from the universe. Now, once I know the sign, for example, a croissant, in regards to whatever it's in regards to, I will just declare it. Like, I'll be driving and I'll be like, universe, show me X, Y, and Z in the next 24 hours if X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Okay? Or if I need to do this. And then you have to release it. You have to release it. If it doesn't get shown to you, no one's going to die. You're fine. Don't go hunting for it, because it will appear right in front of your eyes if you are meant to see it. And the more that you are in alignment, and part of being in alignment is clearing all of the shit that holds you back, the more that you're in alignment, the easier it is to receive that guidance. So I get guidance, angel numbers, manifest shit out of like my fucking ass all the time, because I'm so in alignment. Even on those days where I'm tired and I've been driving for 6 hours, I'm still in alignment. So it's very important that, like, what I sometimes see people do is they just keep asking for like signs and signs and signs, but they haven't done any inner work. And like that inner work shows self-respect, and therefore the universe is going to show up for you. Like, Guys, when you show up for yourself by like investing in the thing or going to the place or, I don't know, wearing your heart on your sleeve, whatever it is, when you show the fuck up for yourself and you declare in one way or another, I am worthy of this, the universe fucking shows up for you, right? It happens so often where clients will like, you know, make their first payment or book New York or whatever it is. By the way, guys, tickets are selling, so you need to get on that shit. I will reply to your DMs tomorrow because tomorrow's Monday. I've got so many DMs again, which I'm so here for. Actually, if anybody wants to ask me any questions about any programs, whatever, hair, I don't care, DM me tonight because I'll look at it tomorrow at the airport when I'm waiting for my flight back to New York, okay? And in the car and stuff. So not while I'm driving, in the car when I'm in New York, getting like driven back to my apartment. So send me DMs tonight, guys, because I can answer them tomorrow for you. But what I was gonna say is that the I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, when you show up for yourself, holy fuck, does the universe show up for you in return? Okay, Lauren, what about when asking for guidance to drop in for next steps in day, a relationship or business? What about when asking for guidance to drop in for next step? Can you reword that for me, Lauren, and then I can answer it? Liv, mum kept coming in and out of my room. I was distracted. I'm concerned. I've just made up the sign. Should I try again or trust? Try again. So generally, well, for me at least, the signs are very fucking random. Like, I've gotten a beetle before and I was like, beetle? So my ultimate sign apparently is a fucking beetle. And I'm like, seriously? What, the first time I did this and I asked for like, what's my universal sign? Like, what's my sign from the universe? It was beetle. And I'm like, that's fucking ugly. I want it to be something like cute, right? Like a little puppy, but obviously it's not, right? So you got a lollipop. Amazing, Jenna. Okay. So random. So I feel like the more random, the better because you're like, okay, whatever. And you have to roll with it. But don't forget, okay, yeah, try again, Liv, once it's up again, you can just replay it. But what I will say also is that like, if you know this is my sign for X, you can just declare it, right? So like, let's say for example, Liv, you're with your boyfriend and you want a sign of like, is my boyfriend my husband? And you know that for your boyfriend, like, I don't know, shrimp or prawns are like his favorite thing. So you might be driving along one day and be like, universe, show me prawns in the next 24 hours if so-and-so is my husband. And you know that prawns are really important to your boyfriend and therefore blah, blah, blah. So you can you can also declare a sign, but what I really like is asking for the sign because I just find it like even more potent and beautiful. But when I'm asking something for somebody else, I still declare signs in regards to those sorts of things. But like the whole croissant one was weird. I was like, a fucking croissant? What? Because like, I can't eat croissants because I'm allergic to gluten. So I'm like, where the hell am I going to see a croissant? I'm not going to walk into a bakery. And then I saw a fucking croissant drawn on a fucking like chalkboard. It was so random. So trust in whatever you get because it is the right thing. But don't think. So the key thing is that when you're asking or when you're channeling, and I can do more of this like woo-woo stuff for you guys if you want. But when you are asking for your sign or you're doing anything, you can't think. You have to just be like fully in surrender. That's why the breathing is really important. And I actually encourage you guys to all go back and redo it and really maybe even pause me and do the deep breaths for like 2 minutes and then do it again and really, really surrender. If it helps, lie on your bed or on the floor to help you relax and surrender. But you need to surrender because the first thing that comes in is your answer. You can't be thinking about this stuff. And this is where like channeling, like I had to learn so much about how to switch off my rational mind because when I first started channeling and doing psychic stuff, my brain would be like, no, you saw it in a movie. No, that's not true. Like you read that in a book or you watched that on a TV show. And it wasn't until I started hearing things and then saying them out loud and being like, what the fuck is that word? And then Googling the word that I was like, holy shit, these things that I'm seeing and hearing, they're not bullshit. They are actual things. I've never even heard of that word before. And then I Googled it and it was Jezebel. And a Jezebel is like a very promiscuous, like sexual woman, like witch in like the olden days. And that's what people used to call me. I was doing like past life regression stuff. Anyway, and so just trust what's coming through. And it's hard in the beginning, but it gets a lot easier, especially when you see things and then they happen. You're like, holy fuck, what I see isn't bullshit. And I mean, I'm helping some of my clients to understand this more, but something else I do is I also like trick my mind and play with things and bring in things. And then like guidance or whatever will be like, nope, that's incorrect. And then I'm like, wow, okay, this is like, because I can feel the difference when I'm channeling in different things. And I can obviously feel that for my clients as well. Like there's a different feeling based on truth and like things that are true and things that are false. Okay. In your relationship or business. Oh, okay, hold on, let me scroll up. What about when asking for guidance to drop in for the next steps in your relationship or business? Okay. Like asking for aligned steps, not necessarily a sign like a beetle. Okay. So that is when you need to get like, you need to strengthen your intuition card, which is something that I can like definitely help you with, Lauren, if you're interested. And it's awesome for your clients, but I know that you have a business. That's why I'm saying this. But that is something that you have to strengthen over time for your next steps. And then you have to trust yourself wholeheartedly. So that's taken me a little while to like get to and like a lot of learning. But now I'm like really there and it's fucking awesome because it makes life so much easier. Laws, you are so right. I got a lady beetle and numbers and a bird of paradise flower. Amazing. Shrimp. Okay. Hope this is going to be a podcast. I haven't recorded it as a podcast, but I will save this video and then I can put it up if I need to. Jenna, I've experienced a lot in the last few weeks. If I think about someone like a client that I haven't heard from in a while, I hear from them about 2 days later. It's crazy, the manifestation. Yeah, so that's also when that happens. You know, when you guys think of a person and they text you, when that happens, that's because we're all one. We are all connected. And so if I'm thinking of something about somebody else, like I can tell when someone's thinking about me. I'll like be like cooking dinner and it will just like hit me in the heart. I'm like, whoa, they're thinking about me. And that's because like we're all really connected. So that's also why that happens when you think of someone and they like text you 10 seconds later. It's because like all of our energy is actually aligned and connected. That's why. Okay, no worries, Lauren. My question is and also guys, for anybody coming to New York, I'm going to get that lucid dreaming tea. I'm going to like order a pile of it and I'm going to actually help you all really get into your intuition and psychic abilities on like maybe day 2 or day 3 probably in New York, because it is so powerful to be able to have that ability for your life and like such magic and such a blessing. So that tea is going to help. What that tea does is it really calms your nervous system, which is really helpful for doing psychic stuff. So I'm actually going to have that at New York just to help all of you like have a really calm nervous system so you can all go very, very, very deep, because obviously the deeper you go, the better the results. Liv, my question is that for if I should take a step for my career, my question is, if I should take a step for my career, is that okay to ask for signs, or is that something I should strengthen my intuition card? No, you can ask for a sign. Like what I would say, Liv, is something like, if I meant to contact this modeling agency, show me a blur, right? Or, maybe you say like, universe, what's my sign to trust that my career is all going to work out? And then that's your sign, that sort of stuff, right? Like sometimes I'll even say like, universe, show me this sign just so I can like know that everything's going to work out. And that's simple as it is. Like for me, signs just add like so much comfort. Like I actually don't know what I would do without them. I really, really don't. What's the tea called? The tea's called Lucid Dreaming Tea, and it's made by like Animal or something. Animals. It's not Animal. It's something like that. That's literally my question, Monica. What the fuck? You're amazing. I want to find out if I should go to an agency tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, what the fuck? There you go. I told you guys I'm fucking psychic. So yeah. Anyway, Vanessa, you can buy it at ABC Kitchen in New York. Any other questions that you guys have about this stuff? Otherwise, I'm going to go have a bath. But I hope this was like helpful for you guys. And for those of you coming to New York, I'm excited for you because we're going to like fucking get a bit lucid. We're going to have a bit of fun. You're so psychic. I know, right? It's actually, I will say there is a lot of benefits to being very intuitive and very psychic, but I will also admit to you guys that can be very overwhelming. And a lot of people like really idolize the psychic stuff. They're like, thanks, Liv. Thank you, everybody. A lot of people can really idolize the psychic stuff and be like, oh my God, like I want to be psychic. I want to be intuitive, like blah, blah. It can be really overwhelming. And I'm like, honest to God, guys, sometimes I'm like crying because I'm overwhelmed with like fucking like shit coming through. And I'm just like, oh my God, can everyone fuck off? Like the other weekend, there was this party at the top of the mountain. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of I missed dancing in New York City, right? It came back on the other day and I was like, oh, take me back. Oh, it's so good, right? So what was I going to say? I was at this party the other night on the top of like Aspen Mountain, and it was like a really like, it was, you know, like the Monster, the energy drink. It was them because they're the sponsor of X Games, and we caught a gondola up at night, and then we were like coming down. Now this is really key. If you are psychic, when you drink, you can't protect your energy. You are so open and it's very intense. Anyway, so like I had a bit of tequila, right? And how could I not? And it actually makes me so fucking intuitive, and my psychic abilities get so strong it can be very overwhelming. And we're in the gondola on the way down. This guy gets in and he triggered all this like shit about somebody else that I felt like I knew the other person. And it all came through, and I literally, like, I don't have panic attacks, I don't have anxiety. I legit nearly had a fucking panic attack in this gondola because I couldn't protect my energy. And so there is many benefits to being psychic, and I will also say that sometimes it's very frustrating because you'll be able to tell the future and what's going to happen with like certain people or certain situations, and then when they're not working out in like the current present moment, you're like, fuck, like just fucking do this, and it can get like really annoying. So there's plenty of perks, and I also just want to share there is plenty of like hardships, and like the dreams that you can have sometimes are like kind of crazy. But for any of my clients, like you guys know, you can just tell me if you want anything psychic done because I got you. Any other questions? Okay, how do you choose your tarot cards? I choose them all intuitively. I've got 2 decks of tarot cards. I love my 2 decks of tarot cards. I mix up which ones that I use. I will do a tarot pull for you guys another day once I'm back in New York, but I am tired right now and I just don't feel like they're going to be perfectly on point. But I choose all my decks intuitively, and generally they're based on like how pretty they are. Like, let's be honest. But hey, they work for me, so whatever. I think the universe knows I like pretty things. Okay, next question. I get so angry when I'm drunk. Lol, completely different issue. Okay, Liv, if anybody gets like a horrible version of themselves when they're drunk, you haven't dealt with that shit when you're sober. I know people that get really nasty when they are drunk, and that's because like their true things are coming out because they don't have a filter on them because they're drunk. Okay, so if you are drunk and you're a shitty drunk, then please find that shit when you're sober and work on it because it's not cool. Yeah, absolutely, Liv. And you know how to do that now. So just put aside the time next weekend to like drive somewhere, or I don't know, like hire a hotel or whatever you need to do. To like do that release work, because Liv, you know how to do it. You've got our one-on-ones, you've got the mastermind, you've got New York up your sleeve. You know how to do it. So just sit down and figure out what the fuck you need to do and then do it because you know how to do it. Actually, that's something that I quickly want to say, guys. For anybody that works with me or that will work with me or that comes to New York or whatever, the way that I work is that I give you guys so many tools and you have them forever because, sorry, I'm back. The low power mode came up. I want you to be able to, you have these tools in your toolbox for the rest of your life. I don't want you to feel like every time something comes up, you have to go like see somebody. You know how to do these things yourself. So that's really important, and I want you all to know that when you work with me, you get these tools for life, okay? I'm gonna go, guys, if you have any questions, please DM me because I'll answer them all tomorrow when I'm flying. So get on the DMs, send me anything if you want, I don't know, hair questions, whatever questions, mastermind, Baba, New York, anything, let me know. Because tomorrow's Monday for me. What was I gonna say? Something else. Oh, and let me know if you want me to do more of like these woo-woo ones, because I'm really happy to do woo-woo ones. And